If we don't pay attention to the truth and give all of our attention to lies, then lies have power. That's the problem. We give all of our attention to the fake fuck shit. Instead of looking at what's real and focusing on that, we look at the wrong thing and we give that power. And it persists and it exists because the whole system of life, it exists because we give it attention. We give it our mind on how to make money without working. Ooh, we gotta log into this one, right? Ooh, how to get that money, right? Because money is power, right? No, you give money power. The people give money value. What makes money valuable? Since money is power, what makes money valuable? The things that back up money are resources. These are natural resources. Well, what makes those natural resources valuable is the fact that you buy into the products that actually make these things valuable. As far as these phones, you need natural resources to make these phones. So the more you buy these phones or buy into these phones, it gives them value. It gives the money value that attaches to these phones. The money has value because people are like, well, I gotta go get this money to go get the iPhone. So the money's valuable because the iPhone is valuable. And the iPhone costs money, so you have to go get the... And guess what? The iPhone is valuable because it can only be made with this kind of mineral. So that mineral is what's valuable because you make it valuable. Because you pay it attention. They sold you the idea of, look what you can do. You need a TV. Everybody needs a TV. They sold you this idea. You need a TV. You're affordable with a TV, nigga. We had each other with it. They're like, no. You need a TV. Check out what this TV does. And although it was a cool idea, the only reason why it's sold is because everybody paid attention to it. When you got people to pay attention to it and focus their energy, their attention on it, it becomes valuable. You see? It's rich people already out there. You want to make money? You have to have relationships. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, who you say it to. So if you want to make money, it's all about relationships. Because people give you money. Because one thing that people want to do is give. People thrive off giving. You have to put yourself in a position around people to give you. That's how you make money in the lower. So I already gave, wasting much time. I guess, time is what? Energy? Okay. First word of the day I want to go over is value. Remember we talked about value when we talked about slavery? Value is a person's principles or standards of behavior. What's important to you? That's what a value is. But before we go to value, let's start at attention. Attention is your true currency. What does currency mean? Currency is a circulation as a medium of exchange. I'm going to say it again. Currency, current, like a current, like an electrical current. That's what it is, current, electric current. An electrical current is a circulation, electrical current, circulation, to something to be current, it has to be circulating. So a currency is a circulation as a medium of exchange. The cosmic currency is what? Energy. Attention is your true currency. Everybody say this with me. Attention is my true currency.
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 Okay, your ability to focus that attention on one set thing, okay, throughout the obstacles is the driving force of your success in gaining your desires. Let's say it again. Your ability to focus is the driving force of your success in gaining your desires. The most successful people in the world have focus. That is the true key to being rich. Focus. Don't let anybody else tell you anything. This is a secret. Your focus and what you focus on as far as your desires rich. Michael Jordan is rich today because he was focused on succeeding and being the best basketball player he could be. The richest people in the world are relentlessly focused. They're just rich when it comes to this. But if you focus on the kingdom of heaven and all that's divine and divine wisdom and knowledge that I'm going to give you today, you will never be poor. You will come into the kingdom and you will be taken care of by a force that's unseen. Money will just fall at your lap. Money will just be given to you if you listen to me. Out of nowhere, money will just drop to you. People will just give you money. Watch, listen. So, your ability to focus this attention is the driving force of your success in gaining your desires. This is your money. Attention is your money. Your energy, your attention, what you exchange it with, sex, sacred energy exchange. What you exchange it with, this attention, this mind, this energy of yours, what you exchange it with, what you focus it into with, what you focus it into, is the driving force of your success. How well do you focus? You go to college. Your objective was what? My objective is to graduate and become a doctor. Point A, point B, straight line. Fastest way to getting there is what? Focus on your schoolwork. Do what you need to do. But guess what? Soon as you come to college, you're met with something called obstacles. Cost. We have attention is the money. Focus is the driving force of succeeding and gaining your desires. Your desires is a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. We all have desires. We all have goals. We call it dreams, right? Dream chases. Everybody chase your dreams, man. Whatever you want in life, you can chase it, man. So, in order for you to get your desires, you got to take your attention and focus it in on your goal. So whatever you want, that's your currency. Your attention is your currency. You have to be, your ability to focus will let you get what you want or not get what you want. Most people don't have what they want because they have no fucking focus. This goes back to your astrological energy. Go study. Go study where your astrological energy is. Do you have a problem focusing? Are you an emotional person? Do you have water where you have water in your Mercury? Are you a water sign in your Mercury? It's hard for you to stay focused. Or once you get emotional, you make a decision from your emotions, making decisions from subjectivity, having no ability to be focused. This is why the Capricorn is successful. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, these energies, these earth energies are successful because they're fixed signs. And the fixed sign is stable. It's like, they can lose focus or be distracted off their goal for a little bit, but they get back on, right? Now, so when you go to college and you're at freshman, now you want to go be a doctor. You're in school, you talk to your guidance counselor, the guidance counselor, oh, you want to be a doctor? Okay, you should go here. You take your SAT, you get accepted to a college, now you want to go be a doctor. First thing you do is what? You run into what? Obstacles. Now the obstacles would be considered the cost. You want to be the boss? You're going to have to pay the cost. I ain't talking about fees. I'm not talking about the fake ass money that the system that I'm talking about. I'm talking about focus. Here's a cost. A cost or a price is an amount that has to be paid or spent to obtain something. Spent or paid to obtain something. That would be the obstacles in the way of you getting to your goal. Obstacle is a thing that blocks or impedes one way or hinders your progress. So, your ability to focus is the driving force of your success in gaining your desires. So many people want greatness but will not sacrifice anything for that greatness. Everybody want to be balling out of control in Babylon, but don't nobody want to do without. I'm going to bring it full circle. So, your What you value, a person's principles, standards of behavior, what's important to you, determines, and how you value those principles, determine how well you will focus. Why is this important? Why am I saying this? Because at the end of the day, the real money is your mind. It's what you pay attention to. That's why Bitcoin is needing you right now to pay attention, and more people come and buy into it. Take their attention. Because remember, money ain't shit. Money is fake as hell. So you go to work every day and you give your what? Your attention. You clock in. Right? The paper money ain't shit. That ain't nothing but something that's exchanged. That's a medium. That's a fake ass medium to exchange for your energy. You give them your energy for that piece of paper. But that piece of paper is valued and backed up as a promissory note for what truly values, and that's your shelter, your food, and everything that you need as far as you to survive within their system. But who's to say you have to survive within their system? Work for the bank. That's what you do. You work for the bank. But who is the bank? And what is its agenda? What is the bank's agenda? I know you feel like you just work at McDonald's, but McDonald's is owned by the bank. So you work for the bank. I know you feel like you work for an insurance company, but the insurance company is owned by the bank. And what is the bank doing? The bank doesn't need money. The bank puts the money there for you to work on their agenda, help them with their agenda. There is because you love the iPhone. There is because you can't live without a fucking TV. There is because you can't live without a fucking laptop. There is because you need the internet. They're rich because they convince you that you need these things in life. So what's their agenda of the bank? Let's look. Let's look into history. What does the bank do? The bank has a military, right? They have an army, Air Force. They pay the military. This is the military. They own the military. The bank owns the military, and the bank is like, this is our security for our military, for our people, for our farm. And we're going to protect our investments because we're invested in these people that are working for our agenda. So you are secured under the agenda in the corporation that you live within. But you never ask the question, what is their agenda? What are you really giving your energy to? And I tell you right now what the agenda of the bank is, and always will be, is to kill, steal, and destroy. Because the bank is owned by a spirit that lives in all of us. A spirit of greed, pride, stupidity. A spirit that cannot see itself as itself. A spirit of evil that lives against itself and lives backwards. This spirit lives in all of us. But these so-called royal families that own these banks are literally the devil and his demons. You call the fallen angels. There's a spirit that lives in all of us. We can all be possessed by it because depending on your astrological debilitations, can the spirits come into you? The spirits are, as far as energy, of misunderstanding. This is where they vibe through. So of course, they go into the spirits of these beings. But what are the spirits of these beings doing? Look at the planet, bro. When you had everything, right? You got everything. You don't need money. You behind the money. People that print the money don't need the money. So what do they need? They need more control. They need more power. Greed. So in order for them to get more greed, they must go look at other countries and say, we need to dominate that country. We need to invade their country. We'll send our military. We'll create to our population that they're an enemy, and then we'll go take what they have on their land and suck out all the oil from what they land. We need oil. Oh, yes, oil. We need this. Whatever we need more of it. We need to secure it everywhere. We need to have alliances everywhere. We need to become powerful. We need to just destroy everything. In the midst of that, they are killing, stealing, destroying. And that is the devil. That's what the devil came to do. The devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. If you put your energy into Bitcoin, if you put your energy into cryptocurrency, you are now supporting the same system or the same fallen spirits that are killing, stealing, and destroying. That's their agenda. They don't need money. They just want power. In order to get power, their full sense of power, they have to kill, steal, and destroy. Until what? Until there's nothing left. Today, guess what? That power consumes them and they kill their own self. This is why you don't need to be around them, because they're just killing themselves. They're actually self-sabotaging themselves, because after everything is gone and gone, when you conquer everything and you don't become powerful, that power consumes you. And that's what it's doing. It's going to consume them. When you destroy the earth, you're destroying yourself. How wise are these beings? I want you all and everybody here to know that you're giving your attention, which is your money, your true currency, okay? That is your circulation as a medium of exchange. Remember, what is sex? Sacred energy exchange. Your energy exchange with another. So you go to work and you have sex with this system. You're having sex with the devil. You're in bed with the devil. You're in bed with the devil. Because of what? Your desires. You are living in your lower self. Your desires is something that you have a strong feeling of one. Well, every one of us wants to survive. That's your first desire, is to survive. So you woke up in a system and you ain't questioning nothing. You just like, yo, I gotta survive. So I don't know what's going on, nigga. I'm just going to work. I just know I gotta go get a job. I gotta go apply for a job. I'm going to work. I know I gotta sell these drugs. I gotta do this. I gotta be the man. I want to be the man. Ignorance. The thing is shutting down now. The reason why you hear cryptocurrency so much right now is because the banks are failing. And soon the economy is going to be shut down. And I'm telling you this one thing right now. So let's go over this one more time. Attention is your true currency. What is currency? It's a circulation as a medium of exchange. Sex, sacred exchange, sacred energy exchange. It's energy. Your currency is what you give your energy to, your attention to. Now, if you can use this currency and invest it in the right thing, give your attention to the things in heaven. Give your attention to the heavenly things. Now, what are heavenly things? Higher knowledge, higher wisdom, occult information, understanding that we need to live in tune with harmony with nature. Stop giving value. We need to understand values again. We need to reevaluate our values. We need to reevaluate our values, a person's principles and standards of behavior. We need to refine our values, our ma'at laws and values and principles of thought. Tehuti, we need to regain our values and give attention and power. Attention, power comes from what? Energy. You can't have power without energy, but energy is a currency, and currency is your attention. So you give something power when you give it attention. Black power. So your ability to focus this attention on something relies on its success. If you desire and you put your desires in your higher self in the heavens, you want to learn divine wisdom and live that divine life, and you put all that you have into that with unshakable focus. Focus is the ability to pay attention, particularly to. It's an electrical current. Now you gather up this current. Now, whatever your astrological energy is, you must pay attention to this, because this lets you know how rich you are. You might not have the money, the cosmic money to afford your desires. See, some of y'all is too broke to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all too broke to pay attention. Too broken to pay attention, energy. You don't got enough focus to pay the attention to get your desires, and that's your problem. What if I told you there was a way of making things happen without doing anything? That if you focused your mind on something and you peace, be still, and you've seen it, visioned it, and everything, and believed it, and then walked out on faith, and it can happen. But then you would be cosmically rich. You see? But in order for you to be able to do that, You gotta know yourself. You gotta know what you're capable of. You gotta be on, you have to reevaluate your values and principles that you stand upon to give test. You must put work behind your faith. So now we have it. Here's the issue. We have desires. Lower self-desires or higher self-desires. Same shit, different toilet, different frequency. At the end of the day, you want a car. You want this car. You see you want this car. In order for you to get that car, you're going to have to pay attention. How you going to pay attention without focus? You broke. Because you ain't got enough attention. Because you ain't got enough of focus on something. You want that car, you want that car, you want that car. You go to get that car, and before you know it, you read what it costs. What's the cost? Obstacles. Obstacles are things that block and impede one way or hinders the progress of what you want in front of your desires. So therefore, as soon as you met with some kind of obstacle or something that impedes your way of getting your desires, you have no focus. So you lose focus and you never get what you desire because you have no focus. You too broke to pay attention. You stop paying attention, you pay attention to this, then you pay attention to this, then you pay attention to this, then you give a little attention to this, you give a little attention to this. You never get what you desire because what you desire, it is reliant on your ability to focus that attention on that desire. No matter what happens, no matter how much you get disturbed or distracted, the obstacles, this is the cost, the obstacles. From point A to point B, you will have obstacles. That's the cost. The cost is the amount that has to be paid or spent to obtain something. So therefore, you need to obtain it, but you need to go here and get your credit right first. Or you need a cosigner. So you need to focus. Damn, who do I know I can get to cosign for me to get this car? How can I break it down to get them to cosign it? Because if they cosign it, this all takes focus. Then your phone ring. Girl, you ain't gonna believe it. What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh my God. For real? Oh. You know, start paying attention to this. Car out the window. You was already focused on the car. You had your mind was clear and crisp. This is why they say to meditate. To meditate is to focus one's thoughts on one thing at a time and completely focus. Clear one's thoughts and meditate. That means to focus. We have no focus. Women are terrible at paying attention. Children are terrible at paying attention. Women are terrible at paying attention. Their minds are everywhere. There's no focus. They're just jitter. Blah, 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 blah. Air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, cannot focus. They have a hard time focusing. This is why when you get in somebody's car and you got trash everywhere and you in their car, you like, God. You go into somebody's house and you like, oh. It's the fact that they're scattered all over the place. You see stuff scattered. You see children with their toys. Because they lack the ability to focus and pay attention to something for more than once at a time. And you got to teach your children this when they play with their toys. Put your toys up. Don't play. Don't play. You got to teach them focus. You see everything everywhere because there's no focus. They wanted coffee, but then they wanted this. And then they had to go to Dunkin' Donuts, and they had to go over here, then they had to do this. Then they had to go over here and go do this and this. Before you know it, everything is everywhere, and they're just sitting in the next space. And you get in and like, oh, excuse my car. Sorry, I gotta get clean. No, bitch, you can't fucking focus. It is showing in your personal life. You can't fucking focus. This is why you are unsuccessful in obtaining your desires. Then you want to complain because you ain't got the shit that you want. The reason why I'm so successful at what I do when I do it is because of my focus. You can't get me or distract me off of my focus. Show you how to make money without working. All you have to do is put your attention into focus on your desires. You don't even have to go to work. Could it be that simple, boy? Could it be that simple? All I have to do is focus on my desires, no matter what comes along, what happens, I keep a visual picture of whatever I desire. So this is like the law of attraction, right? So much I feel it in my being. Imagination. Some of you have no imagination. For you to have imagination is to be able to take the unmanifest and make it manifest. But you must imagine. You must obsess with it. You must bring magnitude of energy within your being so that it pushes and then comes and attracts very fast. This is why when you see me, I get all the things that I want in life very quick. Some people know how to do this naturally because they have a cosmic energy that allows them to do it. You see these rich people, they get money because they obsessed. That's all they do is think about it, they talk about it, everything they do, but you know what, these people, they sit around and talk about this shit all day, every day, all day. Did you know if you just talk about something all day, every day, it'll come into your life? If you just obsess about it, just talk about it all day, every day. Oh yeah, look, I just love barbershops. This is what I did to get my barbershop so quick. I just talked about the barbershop all the time. No matter what people called me to talk about, I would listen to them. And some kind of way, I would massage that conversation into what I wanted to talk about. And it was the barbershop. And I'm like, yo, you ever thought about, getting a barbershop? Yeah, I'm getting a barbershop. And it's going to be named Bishop AZ and I had no money for it. I had nothing at all for my barbershop. I had nothing. I just had my mind clear in believing I was going to get it. In a matter of about 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months, somebody gave me $20,000. Just came up to me and gave me $25,000 to open up my shop, one of my clients. But I talked about it all day long. That's all I talked about. Every day for 4 months, I was obsessed with a barbershop. That's all I talked about. I had no money. I had no credit to get a loan. I had nothing. Someone just came and gave me the money. This has happened to me many times. I said I wanted land. Somebody came and gave me $300,000. I've done this by manifesting myself. I've done this already many times, and I want to show you how to do it. I want to give you the keys to the kingdom. I want you to know that if you desire whatever you desire, whether it's in your lower self or higher self, I want to give you the keys. I want you to get everything that you desire in life so that you can figure out what truly matters. See, the more we get what we desire, the more we can get in a position to actually focus on what really matters. So the more you get what you want, the more cars, the more women, the more things that you get, the more you realize none of this shit matters, and the only thing that matters is life. So I want to give you the keys to get all that you desire. If you want something, you don't have to work. You have to do shit right now. Think about anything that you desire right now. Write it down. Write it down, envision it, take it into your being, and focus every single day. Obsess with it. Do little things to bring little things into manifestation about it. Like go get some business cards. Go make a fucking icon. Whatever you need to do every single day, do something toward that goal. One little thing, no matter what it is, no matter how small, every day do one thing toward getting whatever you desire. And when people talking to you, you have to have the focus. That's like, yeah, but do you know about this? 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 Everything to the point where people are like, I can't even talk to you. God damn. I was talking about a fucking barbershop. You're going to lose friends because your friends can't see your vision. And you have to hold this vision because it's going to cost you. And they're going to have obstacles like people in your life that's going to say, no, you can't do it. And you're going to have to be like, I guess this is going to be the cost, huh? My relationship between me and you is going to be part of the cost of me obtaining my desires. I'm going to have to let you go, sweetheart. You could do this with anything you desire. This is the key, not cryptocurrency. Life is more magical than money. Money is just a byproduct of what you're able to do if you understand that thought brought everything into existence. Thoughts become things. You don't need no money. You don't need anything. You just need focus. You need to notice and observe your thoughts. And I'm thinking of, why? I didn't think nothing about my desires today. My goal was that I want to be this. This is why rappers get successful. They use this technique, but they do it with music. If you can make music about it, oh, you get really quick. Because music is a current. It's a current. It's a current. It's a chant. When you make music about it and everybody's singing about it, I want $1 million, you know, 100 mil. Hey, I got 100 mil. Niggas ain't got not a dime in their pocket, but they talking about I got 100 mil. I'm rich, and they faking it. They looking like they got diamonds until they got diamonds. They talk about it so much it becomes true. This works on any level of consciousness. Just imagine what we can do if our desires match our values and principles and morals. Only thing that I desire is to live in harmony with my art and live in harmony with nature, and nothing's going to stop that. Only thing that I desire, me, and you see me, I'm relentless with my focus. I got haters, I got obstacles, I got the cost that it's going to take to bring world peace. I got to take that. This is things that impede one's way or hinder one's progress. I got to take what comes with it, but I remain focused. And the more valuable the thing that you want, it's going to take more time. Time is energy. It's going to take more energy. It's going to take more energy. You got to respect that. Because it's worth it in the end. It's worth it. Do not focus on fear and your obstacles. See, your obstacles will make you fear. You focus on fear, then you have no imagination. You have to have imagination. First of all, you have to have imagination. You have to be able to see it. To see it. Oh, to see it. This is why I was able to manifest that house on the hill with the beautiful view. Why? Because in my mind, not only did I believe it, I was thinking of living in tune with nature and how beautiful and abundance I attracted to people. Like how you did that, how you get all your money, how do you work and pay for all those bills, and how I don't have a job. I never had a job, nigga. I've always been someone that's able to focus on my desires, and I've always been able to get it no matter what, because I have the drive. I have the focus. No matter what, someone can make me feel sad. A girl can come along, break my heart. Yo, when they do, they come along, they break my heart, dog. Women get close. I love women, yo. I love all shapes, sizes, all. I love beautiful. I love women. That's my weakness, man. Woman, always been. You heard? I love the fuck, man. So that's just me. I have to know my own weakness. That's a part of me being able to focus. So when it comes, I'm like, okay. I see you coming, shorty, from a mile away. I know my desires and I know my obstacles. When you know this, you can play the game now. Because now you're going to have a little smirk on your face like, okay. When you see your haters, you know your obstacles and you know your desires. So when you see your haters, you're like, okay. Yup, I knew this was going to happen. You know? And now you're happy. You happy. Why? Because in the face of all this, you know how this goes. See, this happened to me many times. Many times people have come and given me chunks of money here, out of nowhere. You can't tell me about this. I've been walking on invisible steps for 2, 3, I don't know, so maybe 10 years, 15 years, I don't know. I've been walking and living my life like this for a while. I want to give it to you. I wanted to show you how to do it. You have to focus. Look in your birth chart and see, can you focus? If you have a debilitation in focus, get some people around you that ground you. You might be an air sign, so you might have to fuck with some earth people to get in your circle to do it together, to keep you grounded. So every time you fucking feel like you about to go off, you hit your phone and you get defriended on your phone. You're like, yo, remember what we doing? Remember what we doing? Calm down, relax, come back. You know, practical people, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, gonna bring your ass back down and be like, yo, chill. Or you might be someone that's too motherfucking and needs some drive. Taurus can be fucking lazy. The niggas ain't got no drive. You might need a motherfucking Libra or an Aquarius to put, or a fucking fire sign like an Aries to put the passion in you. Because you could be so plodding along that you need some passion, because you're gonna need all these things in the midst of a moment. See, my energy is balanced. See, me, I have a spirit of a warrior. And I'm not talking about just fighting and killing. No. The greatest of warriors know how to avoid fighting and use their mind. Mind over muscle. Mind over matter. You understand what I'm saying? It's always mind over matter. The greatest of warriors will tell you the last resort is to fight. So when I see my warriors like, yo, let me go get them. I'm like, no. Don't give them attention. Don't give them no money. Don't give them no money. We need all the money we can get. Now, do I put value in this physical money? Fuck no. Why? Because I'm rich. People like, what you did with 300? I gave it away. I gave it to people. I gave it to people to help them because that's my desire. My true desire is to help people understand knowledge of self. And I don't care what that costs, I will give it to you. Here. It don't matter. Why? Because I'm rich. I have abundance. I never stop having money. I always will have money. Why? Because deep in my being, I know I deserve it. I never put myself in a position to need anything else. I know I deserve it in my bones. I have self-esteem that is so high, you could never break me because I made myself. So at the end of the day, I'm rich because I said so. That's why. And I do it with passion. And I do it with passion. And it feels inside of me. And I feel and I fucking believe it. And guess what? It happens. It has to happen. And I don't let anything scare me. I have gone to the point where it seemed like everything was going to fall apart. But I stayed still. And everything came right back together. So you can't break me. I already been to the mountaintop. I already know it works like a fucking charm. All I do is peace, stay still. And I've never been hungry one time. And you know, I work for the lower self. I did this in my lower self. And I got all the desires, all the women, all the cars, all the clothes, or everything I ever desired. I've done it. And I'm telling you, at the end, I was empty. I can tell you that all I want. You have to go experience it. If you desire clothes, cars, you know, all those things, you gotta go get them. Go get them. Go, hurry up. This is the fastest way to do it. Not putting your money in cryptocurrency, none of that. All you gotta do is focus. People gonna come drop money to you. But if you ain't got the focus and the drive and values and principles and morals that you never break for nothing, this is right here is gonna help you with your focus. Your principles and morals, okay? Your values. Your values, you must never break your values. You need to have values. The army has values. The military has values. They never break. These are morals that you stand on and you never break them. This is what gets you through hard times because you always look at the moral and the principle of the situation and say, I don't do that because this is not moral and my morals say that I can't. These are morals that you live by, you instill, and this keeps you. Holy Spirit, pure thoughts. Your morals and your values help you get your desires. Depending on what they are, if they match the frequency of your desires. If your morals and values are just to do the most upright thing, then you want to go get a motherfucking Lamborghini, you're not going to be able to do that because your morals are going against your desires. Your desires are going to be like, I want a Lamborghini, but the morals say the Lamborghini is using oil. You know, you don't need the Lamborghini, dude. Like, you should. This goes against your morals and principles. You know what I'm saying? This shit is killing that ozone layer. You don't need that. What you need is a motherfucking Honda to get you from point A to point B. You need to be trying to get to a point where we don't need this shit at all. We need to be doing that, more primitive living and going into that. We need to be taking steps toward that, even though it's pretty hard to do. But we're gonna do it. It's an obstacle, but we got it. We got it, right? We got it. We believe it. We see it. Guess what's gonna come along? You're gonna have haters come along. You're gonna have people talking about you, beating you down, telling you can't do it. But guess what? If you have strong morals, strong principles, and you have a focus, guess what? Guess what's gonna help your focus? These morals and principles. But guess what I'm gonna go into now? And guess what? In order for you to have focus, you have to have something called faith. Now, a lot of people look at this right here. In order for you to make money without working, you have to have faith. Faith in what? Your morals, your principles, your values, what you stand by. They must be tried, tested, and approved. If you do what I'm telling you, it's going to work. But it's going to be scary. Because you're going to be walking on water. In the Bible, Jesus appears on the water to the disciples. The disciples is like, oh shit, there's a fucking ghost. And they're like, Jesus is like, fret not, my niggas. It's me. I'm in this bitch. And so Peter was like, yo, my nigga, if that's you, tell me, I'll come out to the water right now. I want to walk on that shit too. And Jesus was like, my nigga Peter, come on. Peter was like, whoa! Jumped out on the water, started walking on the water. Peter starts walking on this water, and he's going to Jesus. He's got his arms, he's like, yo, my nigga, I'm doing this shit. He's sliding across the water like he got ice on it. It's a storm. And then all of a sudden, he started looking at the waves. He started looking at the vastness of the water and all he was doing. And it was unbelievable. And this nigga started really getting scared. And fear came into him. And guess what happened to him? That fear made him start sinking. He was like, yo, Jesus, yo, help me out. Jesus like, you bitch ass nigga. Should have stayed focused. Took fucking ass up. And what he said, ye a little faith. Faith. Now, when you jump out of the water, your obstacle, your desire was to get to me. You should have said, stay focused, having fun, walking on the water with me. But instead, you start looking at the waves. You start looking over there. You start looking over here. You start looking at the winds blowing and all of this shit that you ain't supposed to be paying attention to. You start giving your attention to shit, your obstacles, in the course of being out on the water walking with me, that you motherfucking start sinking, Peter. This was the moral of the story. It doesn't mean that Jesus actually walked on water. The moral of the story is you gotta have faith. Now what is faith? Let's break this down. Let's break this word down, right? And I pulled it up there. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. To have faith is to have complete trust or confidence. To have complete trust and confidence in something or someone. Now I want you to take a minute, because a lot of people tell you that faith, they give you a fucked up meaning of faith. Today I want to give you the real meaning of faith. To have faith is to have, remember this, is have knowledge. That's what faith is. Faith is knowledge. Huh? To have complete trust in something, you got to have knowledge in it. I can't trust nothing I don't got knowledge in. They will tell you that faith is trusting in something that you don't know nothing about. That's bullshit. Just because it's unseen doesn't mean you don't know about it. Because it's unmanifest and you visualize it, you know about it. You acknowledge it because it's in your imagination. Your desires, you get your desire, you imagine it, you see it, you know it's there, you know that you can do it. Remember, you're convinced that you can do it. Why? Because you know you can do it, you have faith in it, you have complete trust and confidence in it. So to have faith is to have knowledge. It's to know. To have faith is to know. But faith without works is dead. Knowledge without applying it is dead. And that's what that meant. That's what that meant, reflection. To have knowledge but do not apply it to your life is dead. Faith without work is dead. You got complete trust in something, right? But then when it's time to walk on water, you have no trust. You have no faith. Therefore, you have no knowledge. You don't know. So when Jesus said to people, ye of little knowledge, it was really an insult. That's the first part. But matter of fact, the universe is looking at your actions way more than they're looking at what you're talking about. Because remember, faith without work is dead. So the universe is looking at your actions. If you say, I want money right now, but go to work, that's the universe is like, no, you don't. You get money on 2 weeks. You have no faith. You have no knowledge about what the hell you're talking about. You didn't put no work in. You got faith, you got all the knowledge, but you didn't put no work in. That means you don't have faith. You don't have trust in your own values and principles. How many people talking about all the knowledge they have, but don't apply it? How many people we know in the age of information that got all the fucking information, all the knowledge, but don't apply it to their life? That's the difference between us and them, right? Because we apply that motherfucking knowledge to our lives, and it's shown to be real and true. See, I done been to the mountaintop, literally. Literally, I done applied this shit to my life. A nigga came out of nowhere, gave me $300,000 to do what I needed to do. In the middle of me walking in the invisible steps, not knowing how I'm gonna get the money, somebody came and gave me $300,000. People can't even believe it. They're like, what the fuck? Somebody gave it? But what you do with the money? I gave it to my desires. I wanted to help people. So I gave it away to people. I gave all my energy to people trying to help them. I gave it to my desires. What was your desire? Your desire to have land. Oh, you want to own land. Why you putting your desires on me? Well, you should have did this. You should have. Well, nigga, that's your desire. That ain't my desire. My desire was to help people and give the money to people and help them and uplift them and, you know, get them to be happy and feed them right and do all this stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? But that was your desire. Why are you putting your desires on me? I'm still going to do it. I've been met with obstacles because what I want to do, it requires a lot of energy. It requires a lot of time, a lot of focus, because what I want to do is so big that it has to come with a lot of focus. It's going to be failure. There's going to be failure. How many of you can deal with failure? You know, how many people can deal with no? When life says no. How many of you can deal with motherfuckers hating you and exposing you and dealing and yeah, it's gonna happen. Whenever the bigger your goals are, the more obstacles gonna be there. But you gotta have focus. You gotta have faith in your principles. You have to have knowledge. You have to complete trust and confidence in your. When I move forward, I don't let nothing get in my way. I know my debilitations, which are my obstacles. I know my debilitation is woman. So at the end of the day, when women come, they be pretty and shit and everything. I never let it get in the way of what I'm doing. And for sure, he's talking some shit and it ain't building up. And I'm gonna try to tell her what's going on, and she don't listen. Guess what? You gotta go, sweetheart. I'm sorry. If dude come along here and he ain't going with the flow of my principles and my morals. He's breaking my principles and my morals, disrespecting my circle, being a square. Then I have to get that square out of my circle. That's just how I roll. Because guess what? I ain't got no time. I'm focused on my desires. I'm focused. But guess what? When you do that, you level up. And when you level up, new level what? New devil. So we get harder. We built for this. We built for this, right? This is what we do. This is what we fucking do. Because we understand attention, currency. We understand our obstacles and what's the cost going to be. What's the cost of following the Christ? The world going, but that's part of the obstacle. So I don't trip. When people talk about me, I don't trip. Because why? That's the cost of gaining my desires. I'm still focused. I still vision. I still feel it. I'm on the way. I'm still there in my mind. What? I wake up every day like, let's get it. You feel me? Let's get it. People be thinking I must be feeling like shit today. I be happy as hell. The people call me like, are you okay? I'm like, what? You know me not. I'm stupid good because the way my mind processes things and my perception on things is so optimistic. It's so in faith. I have complete trust and confidence in what I'm saying. Why? Because I've done it. I've done everything I'm talking about. So, you know, it's easy for me. I want to inspire you, to show you so that you can see the magic of life. So that you can see that you're God. God said, let there be light, and there was light. I want you to say, let there be money, and there be money. But if you say, I want this amount of money right here, or I want this thing right here, don't focus on the money. Always focus on what you want. Fuck money. Money comes as a tool to do what you need to do with it. Never value money. Give it away at the drop of a dime. Never get attached to money, please. Get attached to you. Love me. My abilities is what get man make the money. Money gonna make the man. See, listen. Whatever you want, focus on that thing. You want a car? Don't focus on the money. Focus on the car. The money gonna fall in your lap. Oh, That's the jewel. You want a woman? Focus on the woman. Focus on it in your mind. Focus on your man you want. Focus on whatever you want and don't let it go. And guess what? The biggest part of us gaining our desires is creating a space for that to come into our lives. Woo! How are we going to have this thing that we want or we desire when we dealing with a fuck nigga in our lives, but we want a king? You said no. But guess what? Something really crazy popped up when we looked up the meaning of knowledge to know. Check this out. Guess what it means to know? You wouldn't even believe this. And this is the actual, what's the word I'm looking for? The archaic meaning, the original meaning of the word, the old meaning of the word. To know is to have sexual intercourse with it. Did you know that? To know something meant to have sexual intercourse with it. To know something meant to have sexual intercourse with it. Now, intercourse, that's funny because to know something is to exchange with it. You know what I'm saying? So, in your mind, when you have faith, but the faith has no work put into it, meaning that you haven't done anything towards your goal at all. This is how you make what you want coming from the unmanifest to the manifest without doing nothing as far as work and for their system. This is the real currency that you need to be putting your motherfucking mind into. This is the real currency. We call it cosmic currency. It's our own currency. Hello. Who's with me? The chosen? 144,000? That's cool. 12 tribes, 12 signs. That's cool. Fuck cryptocurrency. It's cosmic currency, baby. Cosmic currency. That's what we live in at now. Where you can make something come from the unmanifest to the manifest by preserving the thought and focusing on the thought. Now, if you focus on the thought, a byproduct of you focusing on the thought is going to be you doing something toward manifesting that thought. Whether you just get something material, but you start to talk about it, obsess about it, keep the energy and it has to come, Okay? And the last thing, system. We don't need money. We need values and morals and principles. My law is what we used to live by. That was our currency. We shared. We did not own. We shared. We must invest our attention and our focus into what's real. My law is what's real. We have forgotten our morals and principles. We talk about spirituality, but don't know what spirit means. Spirit means energy. So we must study energy. How do you study energy? You got to study elements. How do you study elements? Astrology. It's very simple. That's our true money. Our true money is cosmic currency. Astrology. Understanding and knowing thyself. So that we can fall into the laws of Ma'at and principles of thought. The 7 hermetic principles. We need to carry these principles so that we can have a society where you don't need money. Because the money is your values and morals. It's what you value. It's principles and morals. Remember, what you value becomes money. What if your morals and principles were what you valued? And therefore you would do unto others as you have them do unto you, and they would be in bliss, we would be in heaven. And you must become the change. You must be the change for there to be a change. You must become the change. I love myself.
I love myself.
You love yourself, then that extends and overflows to the external world. You want to help the world? You want to save the world? Save yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. Worry about you. Love yourself first and give yourself the best food, environment, health. Give yourself and anybody that you can get to come along. And if they can't come along, fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. Let me tell you something. Nothing is lost. All is transformed. Don't let anybody get in your way. It's all in the fucking illusion. And it's all a test and it's all an obstacle. And you don't take this shit too serious because it's all options. And these are all fucking illusions. Let me tell you something. Nobody's real. Nothing is real. You're living inside your own mind. It's all a fucking dream. It's not real. People aren't real. Nothing is real. That doesn't mean you be rude to them. But you do not let them come and take you from your morals and principles and values that you instill in yourself to make sure that you succeed to get your desires complete. Anything that comes in your way, an obstacle coming your way, you supposed to take obstacles and get over them, go under them, go around them, get the fuck out my face. I'm not trying to hear this. Relentlessly, you supposed to get over your obstacles and nail them down quick. You see a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, in your camp that ain't supposed to be there? Oh, we from the streets. What we do with a rat? What we do when we see somebody that snitched? What do you do with somebody that you see somebody in your camp that ain't really about that life? What's the laws then? We murder that nigga, right? We punish that nigga because he broke morals and principles that we live by. You have to have morals and principles in your camp. Nobody can just come along and break those morals and principles and not hold consequences.
Hi, I'm Yoni Asya, the CEO and founder of ETORO, the world's leading social trading network. And I'm going to present our next generation investment product, Copy Funds. Ever since we've launched our social trading platform in 2007, we've grown to over 5 million users from more than 100 different countries, won a few awards, and invented a new revolutionary way of trading, copy trading. Copy Trader lets you copy the portfolio of a trader into your portfolio. So let's say you copy a trader with $10,000 and he generates a 10% profit. You will earn 10% on those $10,000. That's the big idea behind copy trading. And now, let's talk about our next generation investment product. They're called Copy Funds. They enable us and our partners to build investment portfolios based on various market strategies. Today, eToro is home for millions of users, some of them generating consistent returns, and some incredibly talented, generating returns unheard of in the investment industry. It was a natural investment to fuse our technology and their knowledge to create the concept of copy funds. So how does it work? Each copy fund has a unique market strategy, and so it bundles together financial assets of any kind according to it. A great example of this is our Big Tech Copy Fund, which bundles together leading companies from the tech industry. You can see the Copy Fund historical performance, asset allocation, and risk score. And with a click of a button, you will get a fully allocated portfolio based on an investment strategy you believe in. But we didn't stop there. We thought, what if we could find algorithms to automatically copy the top traders in eToro for you? And we created the Top Traders Copy Funds. We were able to test thousands upon thousands of different algorithms to find the top traders on eToro and incorporate them into various copy funds. The end result for investors in our Top Traders Copy Funds is a diversified and managed investment product. By combining the wisdom of the crowd with the most advanced machine learning engine in the world, we were able to create an innovative and unique financial product even for the most experienced investors. An investment product managed by thousands of traders working for you and me.